I think that a lot of women, and more specifically black women, we confuse being a good man with being a pushover. And these are not the same things, and this is where I feel like we go wrong a lot of the times. A good man is going to honor you. He's going to respect you. He's going to love you. He's going to nurture you, and he's going to provide for you. But in the midst of him doing all of those great things for you, he's not going to tolerate your bullshit. A good man is not going to allow his woman to talk to him any kind of way. A good, strong man is not going to allow his woman to dictate his every little move and every little thing that she wants him to do. If he feels like what she is requesting is going against or contradicting what he stands for as a man, or goes against the progression of the relationship, or is not beneficial to his household, he's not going to do that. And I feel like a lot of us women get in this mindset of thinking that because a man is able to be talked to any kind of way or ran all over and dictated, that makes him a good man. And it doesn't. A good, strong man is going to put his foot down when he needs to put his foot down. A good, strong man is going to check you when you need to be checked. And just because he is correcting you or challenging you in any way does not mean that he is not a good man. And it does not mean that he is somehow being misogynistic or exercising some kind of toxic masculinity. So this makes me have to propose the question of, do we even truly want, or can we even truly handle these strong, powerful, good men that we claim that we want and need? Or do we really just want a bunch of weak puppet pushovers that we can walk all over and claim are good men?
Thing is, I've heard women in my own family say to Dove, I couldn't be like you.
And I say, I know.
So why do you think they say that, Dove? They think that your disposition towards me.
Let me tell you something that just boggles my mind. They say that because...
They say what? Repeat that.
They say they couldn't do what I do because I listen to him, I do what he says, I cook, I clean, I keep my house spotless, I keep myself clean, I'm making sure I'm looking good, I'm making sure I'm fit.
In the gym.
I'm in the gym, we're out, we're working together, you know. I do all this and take care of my mother. I do everything in my household and everything outside of that. But women have a big problem with listening to a man. Mm-hmm. They think it's weak. They don't want to be submissive and humble because they think being submissive is weak. Mm-hmm. But they don't know that if you give that man, if you give him, I will listen to you, husband or man, and do what you say, that man will do anything in the world for you. Anything. Because he don't want all that talking back. He want a woman that will listen to him and do what he says. And like I said, if you are any type of spiritual or anything, and you just allow yourself, allow it to work in your relationship and allow that man to be a man, you know, and not feel like you have to be right and not feel like you have to come at him with all this anger and all this stuff. Learn how to communicate and allow the situation to be as it's supposed to be and allow him to be the head. That's all men want. Men want you to allow them to be the head and you just be that woman, that nurturing woman. You know, and again, don't take it out of context because we do have our own minds. We work, we have careers, we do all this stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how are you taking care of your man, not just at home, but in daily life. You know, are you being that helpmeet that you are supposed to be being. Because I can tell you that's why a lot of women out there today are not blessed with anything. Because they're out of order. And they don't understand that when there's no order, there's chaos. And when there's chaos, your relationship is like this. And while you be wondering why you so butthurt over you at the movies or walking down the street or you doing something and your man ain't doing something, that's a problem. You know, that's a problem. You know, you have to get in alignment with what things were originally supposed to be with our people. And until we get back there, you will not probably even have a relationship. Most women don't even have relationships. You know, you have them one night stands and where you go out and you have these boyfriends and all these, not even boyfriends, these little people that you sleep around with, you know, and these baby daddies, you know. And if you valued yourself a little more, you would be a little more careful about who you out there sleeping with and who you out there just giving yourself with, knowing you have value and that you're a treasure and that you're looking for that treasure seeker to come and find you, and waiting and not continuing in that vicious cycle and waiting until Yah brings you that person that is going to help groom you and give you what you need to be so that you can just be you. And that's what I was saying about the equal thing.
Break it down.
Because we could be equal, right? We're equal because you got your job and I got mine. Yours ain't no bigger than mine. And we doing the same thing because we both have our positions that we're operating in. But now women want to be men. They want to be independent, like I said earlier, which they don't even realize that means by themselves. That means that everything you do and everything you being, you taking care of on your own. So you can't cry about when is the man gonna come, you know, and then you blaming stuff on him. And women, I got to tell you something. You keep blaming men for stuff, but then you keep it there and then you choose that and you stay with it. You can't cry about something that you chose, that you stand with, and that you're continuing. Again, let me go back to try to continue to keep making these nothing situations something. You got to stop doing that. And you got to stop blaming men for something that you're not getting from this one individual. If you ain't getting it, move on. That's why I don't play in my relationship. That's why I'm happy that the place that I wanted all my life, Lord, can I just be a woman? Can I just do what I do in our relationship and not have to be both? That's what I'm talking about equal. People got that mixed up. Okay, if you want to be equal on that level, when you go to work, you pay the bills, you do this, you do the men's part, you do your part too. Because I see a whole bunch of women out there complaining all day long about having to do both things. You ain't got to. That ain't what you was meant to do. You was meant to do woman. Woman, not man. But if you want to do man, don't complain about it. Do man. If you want to do both, don't complain about it. Do both. But I can tell you, if you just do woman, you put a whole lot of pressure on that man to be man. So if you want a man, be woman.
And when you allow them to parade around half naked, and when we put on the same clothing that our children are wearing, and then we're telling them, oh, you're going to be cute today. But are we teaching them how to write? Are we teaching them how to read? Are we teaching them how to value the mind that Almighty God gave them? Are we cultivating within them the gifts that He put there that are not gifts that some man will take advantage of? Yes. We have to think about that when we start talking about race, because there are men who come into our communities and they take advantage of our little girls whom we have mistaught, whom we have not elevated, whom we have not given a sense of value. So that 75% of the work, it starts with the woman, because she's the one who's going to work civilization. Y'all can't do it. We love y'all, but y'all can't do it.
And you know what? To your point.
Yes. Real quick, let me just give y'all the advice. Ladies, listen. When it comes to a man, because a lot of desperate women out here, a lot of y'all women are desperate. Y'all be quick to try to call a man thirsty, but y'all some desperate females. Listen,
Men are simple. Men are one of the most simplest specimens here on this earth. There's only 3 things that a man needs. If you can give your man these 3 things, shawty, you'll be in the dough. A man needs to be fed, fucked, and needed. Fed, fucked, and needed. Learn how to cook, okay? I was a tomboy, alright? I don't care about no nigga, but I learned how to cook, okay? Sex your man. Give him what he needs sexually, so don't nobody else do it for you. And last but not least, because this is hard for my black women to do, especially because I feel like a lot of us black women are taught and raised to learn how to live without a man instead of learning how to live with a man and keep a man. For some reason, we don't know how to make our black men or our men in general feel needed. You got to make your man feel needed. That's how he's going to feel that man, knowing that his woman needs him. Since a lot of y'all even in relationships now that you don't make your man feel like you need him at all. Y'all too independent. Stop doing all that. Fuck, feed, and need your man. Simple.